What's going on, Jets fans? It's your boy DT back with another video. Wanted to talk today about Aaron Glenn's comments regarding Justin Fields' Week 10 performance. He was 6 of 11, 54 yards. 42 of those 54 yards came on the Breece Hall screen pass for a touchdown. He obviously finished with one singular touchdown and one interception. Not a good day at all for the quarterback. The Jets are practically in the mode of winning in spite of their quarterback again, shades of Zach Wilson 2022 type of victories for these Jets, this Jets defense and special teams that had to make up the difference for the offense. So, wanted to talk about Aaron Glenn's comments specifically about Justin Fields. The first question was from Brian Costello, and he said, Aaron, after watching the tape, how would you evaluate the way Justin played yesterday? And AG said, you know what? Collectively as an offense, I think we did some good things. The thing is, when you get two returns like that on special teams, the offense doesn't have a good amount of plays, especially in the passing game. We only threw 11 passes. I think he was 6 of 11. Obviously, there's some things that we got to clean up there, but there's also some good things that he did. I know he threw the one pick. I will say this. I was happy that he tried to force the ball, get the ball down the field in that situation. I thought Cleveland did a hell of a job in their coverage. They ran this inverted two where the safety ended up being the middle runner, and I thought they did a good job with that. So he's talking about, obviously, Justin Fields' interception in a way that a lot of us as fans and content creators have kind of talked about Justin Fields when it came to the interceptions. Sometimes having that zero in the stat sheet is all well and good, but with the context behind it, Justin Fields is borderline scared to throw a pass right now. I don't know if it's since the concussion, since the contusions in his leg, but something is disconnected in Justin Fields right now where he is basically scared to throw a forward pass. So for AG to talk about this and talk about the pick and say that he liked him trying to force the ball downfield, I agree with that. I wanted Justin Fields not to just go out there and throw an interception, but he needs to throw interceptions because that's a sign of aggressiveness or perhaps leading to more aggressiveness, right? You're not just throwing a pass that gets batted up in the air and intercepted. That's obviously unfortunate, but the type of interception that Justin Fields specifically had, that deep dig route to Garrett Wilson, I thought was of that variety where it's like, okay, he's trying to push the ball down the field. He just didn't see Ronnie Hickman standing in the middle of the field. There is a great coverage, as AG says. So he's talking specifically about the interceptions. Rich Samini follows up and says, on that interception that you just referenced, would you like to see more of that aggressiveness this year from him? I mean, even if sometimes it does, there is some risk reward involved, but would you like to see that more of him pushing the ball downfield? AG's answer says, you know what? That's something that Justin even said. I even said that it's being controlled, but being aggressive. And I thought that that was one of the times where he saw Garrett coming on the deep dig route. But again, the safety did a really good job of showing middle closed like it was cover 3, but he ended up being the insert player in that situation. I thought he went to go and try to make a play. So absolutely you want to be aggressive, but you also don't want to be reckless. I think he said that several times. So now we're trying to find the balance with Justin Fields of being aggressive but not being reckless, right? And I think Justin Fields knows a good, determinating factor, I say, of that. Like, he's not going to put the ball in harm's way a ton of times in the game, but if he has two throws where it's like, okay, the defender could have got that one, but the Jets ended up getting that pass, not many people on this fan base would be too mad about that if it ended up being an interception. Take, for example, the 2 Carolina interceptions to J.C. Horn from Tyrod Taylor. The one was a deep shot to Josh Reynolds where he had a step on Horn, but by the time Tyrod threw it and it was late, multiple defenders were in the area and JC makes an incredible play on it, still giving your guy a chance. Obviously a late throw, but giving your guy a chance. The next interception was, again, a one-on-one deep shot to Josh Reynolds on the boundary. He just left it way too far inside. JC Horn turns his head around, makes the interception. So instances like that, I would be okay with Justin Fields being aggressive and trying to get the ball down the field, whether it's to Garrett Wilson, who's now hurt for the next 3 to 4 weeks, AD Mitchell, who has really good separation skills and can stretch the field vertically, Arian Smith, who has been open numerous times this season and has just been completely ignored running cardio out there. Obviously, even Tyler Johnson on some of these deep over routes, I feel like Justin Fields has, hit those earlier on in the season. I think back to the Steelers game where he hit a couple of those to Tyler Johnson. So I want to see Fields stretch the ball way more than he has throughout the first, 10 games, 9 games of this season. I know he hasn't played all of them, but I want to see Justin Fields stretch the ball a little bit more downfield, being aggressive, especially on early downs, right? In the instance where the Jets get a takeaway, similarly to what the Browns did to us, and they turn the ball over, they get the interception, and they're out the 22-yard line of the Jets. They cash in on the next play because they take a shot to the end zone. The Jets would probably take the ball and run it 3 times to Breece Hall and maybe kick a field goal. Maybe you get a first down and extend the drive. But I just feel like the aggressiveness from Justin Fields, and obviously this is a Tanner Engstrand issue too. If he's not dialing up plays for Justin, what is he supposed to do? Check into a deep shot? No, he's not going to do that, obviously. So I want to see more deep shots, maybe some early down deep shots, especially in a quick change scenario, if that were to be the case. So just wanted to come on and express my thoughts about what AG was talking about with Justin Fields, because I do agree with him. I think Justin Fields needs to be way more aggressive. Obviously, controlled aggressiveness, not recklessness. And I think Justin Fields knows the fine line between those two things. And if he can operate within those two things, it can look like the Cincinnati Bengals game or the Pittsburgh Steelers game where he was playing maybe A+, A- ball at worst. You can't have the games like he had this past Sunday where he's failing to throw for 60 yards total in the game, and he had net -5 passing yards at the half. You can't have those things happen. I don't care what the game script says. I don't care what the elements are at MetLife. It was the first rainy game, and Justin Fields was operating in, slighter rain conditions in week 1, and he did absolutely fine, right? So I don't want to hear rain as an excuse or lack of passing attempts as an excuse. Offensive coaching staff, Justin, the entire offense needs to be on the same page, get a little bit more aggressive, and perhaps you can steal a victory this Thursday night against the New England Patriots. For now, I'll leave it there. Hit a like and subscribe if you are new. DT signing out, saying let's go Jets.